find out that I'm in Pentecost, and I don't even like to say that, say I'm in Pentecost. I believe in the full gospel. Of course, I don't like to say the full gospel either, because that usually means that they believe in the gifts, but they're Baptists. All of them I see, that's the way it is anyway. So, but the thing that it's talking about there that's more into our time and the things that we walk in is teaching us and showing us that the Holy Ghost, when false doctrine starts trying to get in your mind and get in your heart, then the Holy Ghost is going to protect you against those things. And we've gone many times. We've been a whole lot of places and seen a whole lot of things in a real short period of time. And a lot of times I would hear people preach and I would see things going on and I wouldn't catch it while it was happening. I wouldn't know. I knew something wasn't right, but I didn't know what wasn't right. And you get caught up in the emotions of the minute and go along. But when you get home and get in that bed, oh, here come God. Come on, get up. Wake on up. I feel something queasy down inside. It's stirring down in there, and it just won't let go. And it's just stirring round and round and round. I'm like, God, what is it? What's going on? I know something's wrong. And he just began to break the scriptures out. Just on and roll, on and on all night. And then if you have a friend that studies the scriptures that goes with you, then you call each other in the morning. Y'all just keep going back and forth about what wasn't right.
Yeah, boy.
Amen?
Amen.
That's why I ain't sent you out 2 by 2 so you can confirm each other by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Let everything be established. You know, you can see, it's a whole lot of folk putting on a whole lot of show today.
Yes.
We went one time and they was having a big healing revival going on at this place. And we've been hearing about it, being invited to it. And so we finally went to it. I'm just going to tell y'all like I tell people in prison. I hope I don't offend y'all, but I'm just going to tell you how things go. We came in the back door and looked up on the stage, and there was a guy that was a song leader up there. And I mean, I can't see real far because I'm still believing for my healing in my eyes. But I seen in the spirit, you got a homosexual spirit on you. I mean, I can see it all the way from the back door. You up there leading praise and worship. So I knew already it wasn't going to turn out good. And so we had another fellow with us that was demon possessed. Ended up costing him his life. Here in Bossier, some of the people here know him anyway. You could just tell that it was a whole nother spirit. And so I was talking to somebody beside me, and they were saying that this wasn't nothing but a show going on. And they was way across the front, and they turned around and said, "Sir, this is a move of the Holy Ghost. This is not a show." And I said, "Well, I know who I'm dealing with now. That devil is moving around in here." See, God is going to protect you. He's going to feed you that true doctrine if you love Him. You might be caught up in some mess for a while, but sooner or later, God is going. If you His sheep and you hear His voice, you're going to come out of it sooner or later. Now, if you ain't His sheep and don't listen to His voice, you're going to stay right there in that mess. And the Bible tells us, I believe, in the book of Ezekiel, around maybe the 13th chapter, that if you have an idol, God will send you a priest to minister that idol to you. See, we see these people on TV preaching about money all the time. But if money is your God, mammon is your God, then them people is going to minister to you. They're going to minister your idol to you. And you're going to shout and jump and send them money and do all that kind of stuff. You ever been by them name and claim places where people got all that, always giving to all them preachers in there? It's 2 nice cars parked up in the pastor's place and the pastor's wife, and everybody else out there got a raggedy car.
That's right, amen.
Why?
That's right.
That's true.
Why? Because they give all their money. Ain't but one of them prospering. The rest of them still trying to sow. Trying to sow a seed to meet a need. If I've heard that one time, I've heard it 10 million times. I'm not talking about from people on TV. I'm talking about from just people around that you talk to. I mean in abject poverty. Calling and asking, wanting help, and you give them help, and next time they come back, call you again, and it's the same thing, round and round. But when I get some money, I'm going to sow into your ministry, because I know the Lord is going to bless me. I'm going to sow a seed and meet them need. And you don't ever get nothing. You don't ever get nothing from them because they don't ever get anything. Why? Because they doing something contrary to God. Whenever Naaman came down and they told him to go down there and dip 7 times in the Jordan River, when he came back, he didn't take nothing from him. Why? Because you can't buy the gift of God. You cannot buy the gift of God. And so it's really an offense to God to tell people that you got to sow something in to get something from God. Because Jesus already paid for all of it on Calvary. And when you start trying to add things into it to get something from Him, now you're saying to Him, well, Jesus, you did a good job, and I appreciate what you did, but I'm going to have to add something to it. I don't think God's too happy about that. I don't think He likes that too much. When you come down and went through what He did, and then you try to think you got to add something, you got to add your little old something to it to get something from God, He ain't going to fly with that. It's just not going to work. And so we have to come to a place to realize that Jesus paid for all of it, and so we give and walk in those things because we are in gratitude. Yes. And we give because He's got our heart and He takes those things. But we went to this place and they said, a whole bunch of people there were to be healed because they had a lot of sicknesses, and this was their healing service and all that. And so they had them come all sit down on the front. And so they was getting ready to minister to them and all, and then they said, well, we don't normally do this, but let's just go on. I feel like the Lord wants us to go ahead and take up the offering right now. So what does that make everybody feel like up here they got to do? I got to give a whole bunch because I want to get my healing. I feel the Holy Ghost. I don't know who I'm talking to. It might be somebody on the tape right there, but I'm just telling you. Now you done got up here and you done started prostituting the gift of God. Yep. Let me get you up here and put you in a place. Now you got to sow because you really want to touch from God. Now I'm going to have to give above and beyond. And then here you are, the minister up there lying and say, we don't normally ever do this, but I just feel like the Holy Ghost is going to do this right now. Ain't that funny how you can do that? You can just be ministering and be all contrary to the Scripture and say, well, I believe the Holy Ghost wants me to do that. No, the Holy Ghost ain't never going to be contrary to the Scriptures ever. Ever is He going to be contrary to the Scriptures ever. Never. And so here these people are, and so it went on, and I'm not going to go into any more of it, but needless to say, this person that's fallen back had been healed of some sicknesses they had, but last I heard they themselves were back down sick again. See, because when you got Jezebel running things, the Bible tells us in Revelation that God is going to throw Jezebel and all them that she's teaching into a bed of sickness, a bed of affliction, and their children. That's exactly right. And so that's where you'll end up being. See, because God is not going to allow you to keep on running on. God is not going to allow people to keep on doing that and hurting His children. Now, God is long-suffering. He's a whole lot more long-suffering than I would be, I promise you. Because some of these people that I think about sometimes, the things they've done to the people of God, they've been gone a long time ago.